Two trades, two winners. Man, I thought this morning I wasn't going to trade at all. I ended up missing my trade on Zoes, and then I just kind of sat around for almost an hour. We'll talk about that in today's Market Open Recap. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's talk about today's trades. I put out the list this morning, the watch list for you guys in the Facebook group, and they were mostly all shorts. They were basically gapping, a lot of them were gapping down near support. The only one that I really liked, well, I wouldn't say really liked, the only one that I liked was Zoes, but unfortunately I ended up missing it right off the bat. And I'll show you guys where initially I ended up missing it. And right here at the very beginning, very first two candles, I would have gotten in on the third candle. I was basically only looking to risk about 5 cents. And if you guys noticed, it tanked from 10.20 to 10.10, 10.05, hit 10, flashed down, and I would have been able to at least get 4 to 1 on this. But I didn't get into it. I saw it literally a split second right before it broke down the 10.20 mark, and it was too late for me to put in my order. Now, I basically sat around for an hour and 15 minutes before I actually took a trade. Actually, no, it was about, oh, that's right. I got into CAVM 30 minutes later. That's what it is. So let's talk about that trade first. So CAVM is one of the only ones that was gapping up that didn't really have too much resistance above. So it was at the top of the watch list. Now, if you guys notice here, it starts hitting this 82 right around here, this 82.50 mark. So it starts bouncing around 84, hits 84.50, and right there. As it pops over, I got in long right over here. So probably right at 9.58. If you guys notice here on the 5 minute, it looks a little bit clear. So right here over the 84.50 mark, I went ahead and got long. My stop was 84, so I was risking about 50 cents. I got in long 200 shares. And right here, it pulled almost all the way back to my stop. Let's see here. The low of this candle is 84.04. So my stop was sitting at 83.99. So if it did hit the whole number, it would have to break below the whole number for it to kick me out. So it's very close to getting kicked out, but I put my stop in the right place. And as you can see, it actually started heading higher as the market continued higher. At the very beginning, the market was kind of choppy. And right around 9.55, it started breaking up towards the upside. So that was a good signal for me. I stayed with the trade, and I got out 100 shares at 85.04, so right at my 1-to-1. I got out half, and then the other half I got out at 84.83. Now, I held it until the market closed the gap and it started giving up on the highs. So if you noticed here, let me bring up the SPY real quick so I can explain this to you guys a little better. So basically the SPY usually closes the gap every single day. If it gaps down, it comes up and then it does whatever. If it gaps up, it usually comes down and then it does whatever. So the closing spot is basically the close of yesterday's price. So what I do is I put a line right here, and you can see that the SPY basically came to that spot, it closed it, and now it's reversing. It might come back up and over, I don't know, but if you noticed, it literally smacked that line twice and it just turned around. So as you can see here, right at 10.38, it was right here when I was thinking that the market was going to give up on the highs. It double topped here, and I'm thinking, okay, it's probably going to start turning around, and I went ahead and got out the 100 shares, ended up booking 79 bucks. A little bit less than what I was originally risking, but I'd rather be safe than sorry in that. If I knew that the market was going to turn around and CAVM was most likely going to go with it, then I kind of figured I might as well get out. So looks like CAVM is double topping right here. It might keep going higher. I don't really know, We're still sitting here. We're still sitting near highs, but I'm already out of it, and the SPY is already turned around. So now the next trade I took was on Zoes. So after Zoes, after I missed the initial entry on Zoes, I was actually looking for a VWAP rejection trade, but it didn't give me that opportunity. But what it did give me is it's basically a descending triangle here. So here, right at 980, right here. So just kept heading lower and lower and lower, or you can call it a flat bottom breakdown. Either one, doesn't really matter. So as you can see, it started bouncing right here at the 980 mark, and I was going to give it about 8 cents of wiggle room. So I got in short 1,000 shares right at the very last shares of 980. It broke down all the way down to 957, but it was so fast I had absolutely no chance of getting my partial. I was up over $230, but obviously I can't. I couldn't click the number fast enough, so I had to end up waiting for the retest. I waited for the retest. I waited for it to come back down. Remember, my stop was down here. And as soon as it hit 970, it just kind of started tanking. So I was like, okay, instead of taking half or anything like that, I'm going to actually hold it. And now that it's broken down below these, I'm going to go ahead and try and hold it for 2 to 1. And put my stop loss at break even. So I put my stop loss at break even, and I held it all the way down here. I got rid of 500 at 961, and then 300 at 961 again as it was coming back up. And the last 200, let's see, I got rid of it 955 and 957. So if you notice here, it's actually starting to bounce here at the 950 mark. It's basically doing exactly the same thing that it did with the 980 and the 920 on the 1 minute here. Right there. So that is another possible trade. I'm going to keep my eyes on it. It could possibly be the same thing. It could be another $1,000 risk with my stop over 959. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. If it does end up working out, then yeah. Actually, I probably won't do another recap. But either way, I'm up 279 on the day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have not joined us yet on their Facebook group, make sure to do that. The link will be down in the description below, where I post my watch list for you guys every single day. Lastly, if you guys are curious on how I learn how to trade, I provided you guys with the discount code in the description. It comes with one-on-one mentoring, classes, and buying power, so make sure to take advantage of that. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.